joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
We're now entering the bayou, home to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Take a sneak peek at the big party Princess Tiana is throwing, where the welcome is warm, the music is hot, and the company is sweet as honey. Of the land we're passing over are the bee's knees. Here in Bayou Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Louis the Alligator, and other beloved critters on their fun-filled adventures. As we steam past Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation that moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. This tunnel signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of gear, the ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, the official train station for Mickey's Toontown, the cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings.
As we approach, please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. This is Mickey's Toontown Depot. This will be your destination for all Fantasyland attractions, as well as Mickey's Toontown itself. Please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop.
Hello folks, welcome aboard the Holiday 4 on the Disneyland Railroad. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And parents, please watch those small children, making sure that they are away from our large train opening, either sitting on the bench next to you or on your lap. Our next stop will be Tomorrowland Station. Just a heads up, New Orleans Square Station is still currently closed due to construction.
Your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain. We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
Alrighty, folks, welcome to Tomorrowland Station. For your safety, please remain seated until the train has come to a full and complete stop inside the station. This will be your closest stop for Space Mountain, Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, Autopia, Star Tours, and much, much more. But please remain seated until our train comes to a full and complete stop. Thank you. To those of you that just joined us, welcome aboard the Holiday 4 on the Disneyland Railroad. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And parents, please supervise your children. Our next stop will be Main Street Station, but first we're going to take a detour through the Grand Canyon and the Primeval world. While inside the tunnel, we ask that you please refrain from any flash photography or flash video lighting. Additionally, New Orleans Square Station is currently closed due to construction.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
Once again, as a reminder, everybody needs to remain seated while this train is in motion.
was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs.
Disneyland dinos. Alright folks, welcome back to Main Street Station. Please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop all the way inside that station. This station is stairs only. Once again, this station is stairs only. There are no ramps or elevators, so please, please, please keep those wheelchairs and strollers folded until you've made it to the bottom of the staircase. Additionally, for those of you getting out in our middle train car, you must exit to your left. Once again, if you are getting out in our middle train car, you must exit to your left.
This is Main Street Station, Main Street, USA.
Arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all times. Also, please keep any younger, smaller children away from those train openings. We are now departing for New Orleans Square train station. That will be your stop for New Orleans Square. Frontierland. Bayou Country. Adventureland. And it is the closest stop to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem it's a real jungle out there, literally. So be on the lookout. Just never know what. Just ahead is New Orleans.
Now arriving, New Orleans Square Station. Kindly remain seated until the train has come to a full and complete stop, and you see your conductor step off of the train. This is your stop for a ride such as Haunted Mansion Holiday, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Winnie the Pooh, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Rafts to Tom Sawyer Island, and others. It's also one place in the park with those delicious, delicious beignets. Welcome to the Bayou.
folks. We're beginning a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. It stops along the way in Frontierland and Fantasyland. Sit tight and keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs well inside the train. We're currently departing Main Street Station. And if you're missing those friendly faces already, not to worry. On this train, it's never goodbye. It's always see you real soon.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Friends, I'm so delighted you joined us today. There's nothing I enjoy more than showing folks around this Magic Kingdom, especially because it's certified proof that in these parts, dreams really do come true. See, there was a time not so long ago that I was just a young fella on Main Street with a balloon in my hand and a wish in my heart that someday I'd be the conductor of this train. And wouldn't you know it? Here I am. So believe it when you're sitting around here. Anything is possible. See what I mean? Hope you packed a compass, because that, folks, is the sound of adventure. Well, Adventureland, I should say. Whether navigating wild jungle rivers, swashbuckling with jolly buccaneers, or even just scaling a towering treehouse, there's always plenty to explore here in Adventureland. Now, if you're more the roots out, then harvest saddle on. This here's Frontierland. Home to cowpokes, campfires, and country bears, this outpost is chock full of tall tales and an even taller mountain. We call it Big Fun. Catch a ride on its runaway trains and you'll see why. On a more musical note, just ahead, Princess Tiana is striking up the band for her big party. She made me promise to tell you folks, you're invited. We've reached Frontierland Station, everyone, so sit tight. Hold those horses until we come to a complete stop. If you disembark, please carry your stores all the way off the platform before unfolding. Watch your step now. This is Frontierland Station.
As we pull into the station, make sure you remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop, and I give you those words, all clear. Remain seated and fully on the train. I will let you know when it is safe to disembark. Remain seated. Remain seated. We are all clear, everyone. Welcome.
Howdy, folks. If you're just joining us, a hearty welcome aboard. We're heading for our next stop, Fantasyland, before carrying on to Main Street, USA. Everybody stay seated and keep your hands and arms, feet and legs safely inside the train. And as always, keep an eye on your little ones.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Those of you who've been riding with me for a spell already know how much I love minding this railroad. But for those times I'm fixing for something a bit wilder, Big Thunder Mountain is the place. Because there, the trains have a mind of their own. The change in scenery means we've left the rattle and rumble of that old gold mine behind and entered my favorite leg of the journey. Lush wilderness, calm waters, and untamed beauty. Folks, we're in nature's wonderland. Isn't it something? Just think of the extraordinary things to see and do in these woods. Hiking trails, bird calls, fireflies, and starry nights. Setting out for adventure at sunrise and telling the tale around a campfire that night. Considering how wonderful things are out here, I'm fortunate that some of my closest friends call it home. That village is a truly special place. Folks, we're just about out of the woods and into the forest. The enchanted forest of Fantasyland. Where magic. Listen. Hear that?
There it is, on that big metal snake.
Oh, Peter, that's not a snake. It's a train.
Train, huh? Well, I think it's finally time I trained my shadow to stay put. Come here. Hey! Get back here, Shadow! Shadow!
Oh, Tinkerbell, we really must find some stronger threads.
Told you it's enchanted, and not just the forest. From the tips of castle spires to the sands under the sea, magic and happily ever afters await around every corner in Fantasyland. Friends, travelers, children of all ages, we're coming down the track and headed straight for the stupendous, the sensational, the spectacular-rific Fantasyland Storybook Circus. This is the place to soar with Dumbo, or join Goofy in his stunt plane for some airborne acrobatics. This station is also your gateway to the rest of Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. Now, please wait until the train has come to a complete stop. Gather your juggling pins, unicycles, and other belongings, and carry your strollers up the platform before unfolding. That way we can start loading up for the next leg of our trip. For those disembarking, please watch your step and thanks for traveling with us. I hope you join us again real soon. If you're staying aboard, our next stop is Main Street Station.
As we pull into the station, make sure we remain seated until that train comes to a full and complete stop, and I give you those words, all clear, remain seated and fully on the train. I will let you know when it is safe to disembark. Remain seated. Welcome to Storybook Circus. We are all clear.
Looks like we're on our way, and I'm so glad to have you with us. The next leg of our journey takes us to Main Street, USA. We'll head for Frontierland after that. Stay seated and keep your hands and arms, feet and legs inside the train at all times. Oh, and please keep an eye on your children. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias. Next up is a place that's always ahead of the curve, and not just because we're on the straightaway. Our metropolis of mechanical marvels, Tomorrowland. As you know...
Hello everyone, just a couple of reminders. Just make sure our little ones are fully seated on the left-hand side of us inside the train. Just make sure they are fully seated. And just make sure we are no eating and drinking on this train. Can we please just make sure we're putting those away?
Scanning. Calculating. Locomotive maintaining trajectory. Intervention not required. Users, please proceed to Tron Lightcycle Run for upload. Once digitized, you may board your light cycle and join the games. Fair warning, users. Competition is fierce and fast. Stick together. It's your only hope for victory.
Now you suck some. And that's the secret that makes intergalactic travel possible. So simple once you hear it, right? Yes, sirree, in this place of boundless optimism, the possibilities are endless. You might say the sky's the limit, but even that is no obstacle in Tomorrowland. Our trip around the Magic Kingdom is almost complete. I can't thank you enough for spending part of your day with me. And I hope you've enjoyed your journey as much as I've appreciated being a part of it. We're now approaching our most charming destination, Main Street, USA. A place where the only thing sweeter than the townsfolk is the treats. After our stop, we'll be heading for Frontierland, followed by a visit to Fantasyland. Our train comes to a complete stop. Then pick up your belongings and carefully disembark. If you have strollers to unfold, please take them all the way beyond the platform so new passengers can safely hop aboard. It'd be mighty kind of you. And while we're being neighborly, what say we give our fellow travelers a friendly wave hello? This is Main Street Station, after all. Welcome to Main Street, USA.
As we pull into the station, make sure we remain seated until that train comes to a full and complete stop, and I give you those words, all clear. Remain seated and fully on the train. I will let you know when it is safe to disembark. Remain seated. Remain seated, everyone. We are all clear, everyone. Welcome to Main Street.
ウエスタンリバー鉄道にようこそ。それでは皆さんを神秘的な熱帯のジャングル、そして開拓時代のアメリカ成功を巡る素晴らしい旅にご案内します。安全のため旅の間は立ち上がったり手や足を外に出したりしないよう十分気をつけてくださいね。それからおタバコはご遠慮ください。煙を吐くのは機関車の役目です。皆さんは今、熱帯のジャングルの周りを走っています。ここには実にたくさんの野生動物が住んでいるんです。木の間をよーく見てみると、トラ、カバ、それにヘビやワニなんかが見えるかもしれませんよ。でも、くれぐれも列車の外には手を出さないように。ジャングルではいつだって食事の時間だからね。そういえば出発する前、駅で機関車に水を補給していたんですが、気がつきましたか？あれはね、このウエスタンリバー鉄道が開拓時代に東部の都市と西部の荒野をつないでいた列車と同じ蒸気機関車だからなんです。列車は全部で4台あって、それぞれアメリカの有名な川の名前が付けられているんですよ。今皆さんが乗っているのはリオグランデ号です。さて皆さん、このウエスタンリバー鉄道がただの蒸気機関車だと思ったら大間違い。これから皆さんははるか時間を遡り、アメリカの西部開拓時代へと入っていきます。右手にある小さい駅はステ ビルウォータージャンクションと言います。開拓者は次はここで蒸気船や駅馬車に乗り換えるとフロンティアを目指してさらに旅を続けるんですよ。いよいよアメリカのステージです。いよいよアメリカのステージです。未開拓の土地で生活するのはとても厳しいんですが、ここには美しい自然とそれから何より一攫千金のチャンスがあります。お、川の向こう小屋が燃えています。開拓者の夢が灰になってしまいました。フロンティアスピリットが燃え尽きることは決してないでしょう。おや、インディアンの部族がキャンプをしてますよ。ほら子供たちが皆さんを歓迎して外に出てきています。インディアンの言葉で我々は仲間だということをミタクエオアシンというんですが、こっちも手を振ってみましょうかね。ミタクエオアシン。インディアンたちは全員が一丸となって生きるために協力し合っています。大人がテントを張って食事の準備をしている間、勇敢な若い連中は森で狩りをしています。彼らは部族に代々伝わる技術を使って動物を捕まえているんですよ。この線路に沿って流れている川はアメリカ川と言います。そしてほら、その向こうに見えているのがトムソーヤ島です。迷路のような洞窟があったり、回転する大きな岩やお城の形をした岩があったり、トムソーヤ島はまさに自然が作り出した冒険の島です。開拓者だって小さくてかわいい動物を見たら思わずびっくりしちゃうでしょうね。左の方に滝が流れている山が見えますか？あれが有名なスプラッシュマウンテンです。ここクリッターカントリーには森の小さな動物たちがたくさん住んでいるんですが、彼らは自分たちの力でこの土地を開拓したんですよ。彼らはとても親しみやすくて、ここを訪れればいつだって温かく迎えてくれます。見てください。にやかな西部の街が広がってます。カーボーイです。皆さん、この辺で一番大きな金鉱、ビッグサンダーマウンテンに近づいてきました。ここでは 金が見つかってからなぜか奇妙な事故が次々と起こるようになってね。今ではよっぽど勇気のある開拓者しかこの山に入ろうとしません。それからあれです、恐竜の骨が見えますよね。あの骨はまだこの山がゴールドラッシュで賑わっていた頃、鉱山鉄道の建設中に偶然出てきたものなんです。実はこの山の周りでは他にもいろいろな種類の恐竜の骨が見つかっているんです。つまり人類の祖先が誕生するよりずーっと昔、この辺りは巨大な恐竜たちが支配する世界だったんです。それではこれからさらに時間を遡って皆さんをある特別なところにご案内することにしましょう。息を潜めてどうぞお静かに。それからフラッシュ撮影はいけませんよ。恐竜を怒らせたら大変です。皆さんどうでした？無事に元の世界に戻ってきました。今見たものは他の人には内緒ですよ。さあ、もうすぐウエスタンリバー鉄道駅です。列車が完全に止まるまで座ったままで待っていてください。降りるときは忘れ物がないか確かめてから足元に十分気をつけて右側に降りてくださいね。本日はウエスタンリバー鉄道をご利用いただきありがとうございました。また遊びに来てくださいね。
Ladies and gentlemen, I remind that our train doesn't stop at the Disneyland station. De Tomorrowland, pour votre sécurité, veuillez rester correctement assis jusqu'à l'arrêt complet du train. Ladies and gentlemen, board girls, we arrive in today. Tomorrowland people first step plane for me to be great till I come to the stop of the train. Thank you. À Frontierland, ne ratez pas le train de la ville avec Intermontée, la maison hôtée de Saint-Thomas et le Riverboat. C'est aussi la gare la plus proche, Indiana Jones, the nearest station to the Indiana Jones. N'oubliez pas vos effets personnels à l'intérieur du train. Please don't forget to brush your belongings inside the train. Mesdames et messieurs, vous les enfants qui dans la gare de Frontierland en direction de la gare de Disneyland. Ladies and gentlemen, for the girls, we are leaving there. Frontierland people to the Disneyland station. Pour votre sécurité, veuillez rester correctement assis tout le long du trajet et surveillez vos enfants, ils doivent être bien assis. Merci. Monsieur Tedfeld, to make security here in the train has to provide the children the massive security. Thank you. Mesdames et messieurs, je vous rappelle que notre train de service prend en garde Discoveryland. Merci. Ladies and gentlemen, I remind that our train does stop at the Disneyland station. Thank
c'est Adventureland, c'est pour les aventuriers. C'est là comme ça. C'est vraiment le bon principe. Il y a beaucoup de temps pour les autres.
C'est le chemin des aventuriers.
Aventuriers. Non, bah, c'est une distance.
Welcome aboard the Hong Kong Disneyland Railroad.
歡迎乘搭香港迪士尼樂園鐵路。
歡迎乘坐香港迪士尼樂園鐵路火車。
香港迪士尼樂園每日都開走嘅火車，佢嘅外形係參照1個世紀之前橫跨美洲嘅蒸汽火車設計嘅。
We're riding aboard one of the trains that travel along the rails daily here at Hong Kong Disneyland. These locomotives are descendants of the steam-powered giants that crisscrossed America more than a century ago.
我哋已經嚟到渺無人煙嘅探險世界，呢個神秘嘅王國，生活都有獅子、有人、
We've entered Adventureland, wonderland of nature's own design, a thrilling journey to mysterious far-off regions of the world. 我们已经进入探险世界，大自然造就的奇妙美景。去往世界上神秘而遥远的地方。Mystery and intrigue lurk around every bend of the Jungle River. Explore boats travel routes filled with fascinating sights, a few surprises, and plenty of good-natured jungle humor. 森林河流之旅的某个转弯处，都隐藏着神秘的险境。探险传说就只说充满令人流连忘返的美景和一些惊喜，同时还有轻松愉快的自然风光。沿着开永河的海边，你可以看到一些野生动物。
我哋而家將會進入渺無人煙嘅探險世界。當我哋開始深入叢林裏邊，你就會見到斑馬、野鹿同埋其他野生動物。到時候要小心我哋周圍環境，
We're now heading
我哋即將到達環水世界火車站，呢度亦係安雪期世界嘅必經之路。請等到火車停停地先至好落車。你記得帶埋你嘅隨身物品，然後小心踏出火車。多謝乘搭本列車，希望你哋好快可以再度光臨。
We'll soon be arriving at Fantasyland Station, port of the world of Proton. Please remain seated until the train stops. Gather your belongings, then step carefully from the train. 快在世界生产就要到了，这里也是前往魔雪奇缘世界的必经之路。在列车停稳前，请不要离开座位，请带好自己的随身物品。下车时请注意安全。
各位新加入嘅朋友，歡迎你哋乘搭香港迪士尼樂園鐵路。
To those who just joined us, welcome aboard the Hong Kong Disneyland Railroad. 各位刚上车的宾客，你们好，欢迎乘坐香港迪士尼乐园铁路火车。
幻想世界係一個永恆嘅王國，充滿幻想同埋夢。童年時代嘅夢想都會喺度實現，仲會有迪士尼故事型人物喺呢度出現。喺魔術奇緣世界，安娜同艾莎呢兩位皇室姊妹會喺亞德爾慶祝下雪節。
Fantasyland is a timeless realm of imagination and enchantment, where childhood dreams come true and Disney stories and characters come to life. At World of Frozen, the royal sisters Anna and Elsa are celebrating Summer Snow Day in Arendelle. 是一个永恒的光，人都在这里与迪士尼奇妙而迷人的童话中聚一堂。在魔雪奇缘世界，安娜跟艾莎会在昂格尔庆祝下雪节。
这边啊，一共就20分
樹立喺我哋前面嘅係星戰極速穿梭，一個高速刺激嘅旅程。大家乘搭星際戰鬥機喺星球大戰嘅世界入面與敵機展開激戰。
Rising before us is Hyperspace Mountain, a thrilling high-speed journey aboard a starfighter in an epic battle in the world of Star Wars. 矗立在我们面前的是星战极速穿梭，一个驾驭着星际战斗机在星球大战的世界里，与敌机展开激战，高速而刺激的旅程。
我哋即將進入明嘅世界，喺呢度大家會參觀史達科技展，同鐵甲奇俠、蟻俠同埋黃蜂女一齊並肩作戰。
We're now entering Tomorrowland. Here, on a visit to the Stark Expo, you will be thrust into adventures fighting alongside Iron Man, Ant-Man, and the Wasp. 我们正在进入明人世界，在这里，大家将会在文学大科技上跟天下蚁人与黄蜂女一起并肩作战。
明嘅世界正係一個科幻成真嘅世界，喺史達科技上，明天就係今天。呢度展示各種創新理念同發明，其 科技。前面就係小鎮大街火車站，請等到火車完全離地先至好落車。請記得帶齊你嘅隨身物品，然後小心踏出火車。多謝乘搭本列車，希望你哋好快可以再度光臨。
我们马上就要到达小镇大街车站，在列车停稳前，请不要离开座位，请带好自己的随身物品，下车时请注意安全。谢谢乘坐，我们期待着您的再度光临。Just ahead is Main Street Station. Please remain seated until the train stops. Gather your belongings, then step carefully from the train. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you'll come back to ride along with us real soon. 小镇大街车站到了，这里是美国小镇大街。This is Main Street Station, Main Street, USA.